Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Thiago Motta Day, Douglas Luiz Day, at least this is what the papers are telling us. And we'll speak about that in a second, giving you all the latest updates about a hot Mercato, about the Mercato that is totally going crazy. The day of yesterday was totally crazy. But until we have the announcement, the official announcement, well, everything can happen. Everything can happen. At the moment, as we speak, there is no official communication, not for Douglas Luiz, and especially not for the one that we are all waiting for Thiago Motta. I know that not a lot of people were expecting a video of me today, because they were expecting a live, the Motta Marathon, waiting for Thiago. Well, I was about to plan it this morning. I said, let's put it at 1 p.m. And then I said, and what if they announce him at 11? What a.m.? What if they announce him at 12 p.m? And I was starting to think like that. I said, you know what, wait a bit, because it would be stupid to do a live marathon waiting for Thiago Motta for 2 minutes. Stupid. Now, it's true that it's already 2 p.m. and there is still no announcement. So I record that video, I upload that video. And then, if in a few hours there is still no announcement, then we go full power. Motta Marathon, and we don't quit the live until there is an official announcement of Juventus. So put the notification ring on. Maximum of like if you continue to do what you are doing fantastically well. Continue to subscribe and to comment in the comment section, because now we start. When I told you about official signings, official announcement by Juventus, there is one thing that we can now really say. It is official. It is a goodbye to Kaio Jorge. Kaio Jorge joins Cruzeiro, which means that he passed the medicals, that everything is a done deal. 7.2 million and a profit of 3.1, which is really financially great. Not fantastic, but really great if we know that it's a player that would not have been a starter at Juve, would probably not even be a rotational player at Juve if we are looking at the season of him at Frosinone, where he really tried his best, and there were like 3-4 weeks of a peak Kaio Jorge, but then he disappeared again. So I wish him the best, going back to the roots, in his home, with a family in Brazil, gaining minutes, gaining confidence, gaining again his playing style, and who knows, maybe for a second attempt in Europe. This is the best I wish for Kaio Jorge. So good luck, my friend. Thank you for what you try to do at Juventus. Now we go towards the rumors, from official news to the rumors. Corriere dello Sport, Gazzetta dello Sport, and Thiago Motta, and Tutto Sport, disaster. I can't wait, it's the truth. The three papers are speaking about two men, Douglas Luiz and Thiago Motta. Buondì Motta, referring to the cakes, Buondì Motta. Corriere dello Sport, I don't know if it's funny or I don't know if it's cringe. Anyway, I let you decide what you think about that. Buondì Motta on Corriere dello Sport with Douglas Luiz in huge. Tutto Sport, Thiago signs. And what a fantastic signature, or what a beautiful, fantastic deal, the one of Douglas Luiz. Title of Tutto Sport, and then Gazzetta dello Sport, that in a graphic way, I don't know, they have put Thiago Motta on a zebra with Douglas Luiz that is running next to him. I don't know which one is more cringe, or the Thiago Motta on the zebra with Douglas Luiz running next to him, or the Buondì Motta from Corriere dello Sport. Anyway, it is what it is. Before speaking about players that are coming, that are leaving Pattern, we'll speak about Greenwood. We will speak about a player that a lot of you were thinking he was out of radar, and he's about to sign to Milan. Wait. So we have more to say, huh? But before that, there is a mentality, there is a philosophy that people that will go in or that will stay, they need to agree with, or they will need to adapt. It's a total new philosophy, the one of Thiago Motta. 6 different rules. What are the principles of Thiago Motta? First of all, competizione al massimo, which means every single competition you need to go at max level. But not only the official games, also the training session. There are some ex-players of Thiago that said a lot of time, you know, that sometimes the training session were more tough, more hard, more difficult than the game himself. So pay attention, every single player will need to be at their total max in training session. And that's the first one. Second one, il pallone è il tuo alleato. Il primo alleato. The ball is your first best friend, which means that Juventus will change from what we saw in the last few years, where we were happy to give the ball to the other ones. Well, this time it will be Juventus that will have that ball. We were all crying, asking, screaming for Juventus leading the game. Being there with a philosophy, with a DNA, showing that we are there on the field. Well, this is what they will try to do. Then we will succeed or not, that's another thing. But at least keeping the ball. First thing. Third rule, ruoli no, funzioni. roles on the field, left back, trequartista, no. Tasks in the position you are in. And that's a big one, probably the biggest revolution. Every single player needs to understand not only the position that they are in and what they need to do, but also the other position. Because a lot of time we see players in the teams of Thiago Motta that from a center back, they are going in the midfield. From the midfield, they are going even into the spaces going up. So how do you fulfill these spaces? And what do you need to do if you are in that position of a left winger at a certain moment while you are a center back? That will be a big drastic change. So understanding your role and also the role of your teammates. Because when you will be there, you will need to know what you need to do. Fourth rule, coraggio nelle scelte. Courage, bravery in your decision. We are not asking only the easy thing. We are asking personality, character, balls. Let's say it like that. So don't limit yourself to the easy thing. And that's important. So what does that mean? We need to try. Not only going with back passes. Fifth rule, ciao posto fisso. Nobody has a fixed promised role. It's not like in FIFA when you are dealing with a player, when you are saying you are an icon of the team, you are a starter, or you are a bench player, or you are a promise. No, there is no fixed spot. I don't 100% agree with Gazzetta dello Sport. If it's true that a lot of players are rotating, even the goalkeeper is rotating a lot in the teams of Thiago Motta, there are like these kind of 2-3 key elements, and these players, they have much more minutes than the other ones. But the philosophy is, it doesn't mean because you are, I don't know who, that you play, okay? And the last one is non ci sono veterani. There are no hierarchies into the teams in terms of names and players. So it doesn't mean because you are there since 6 years that you have a priority on the other one. It's not because you are the captain that you will have your fixed spot there on the field. It's not because, I don't know, we invested so much in you or you are a new player that you will play. No. Who deserves play. Meritocracy, something that I really adore. So these are the principles. Who will have to adapt? Well, the players that are there. Who will have to agree with? The players that are joining Juve. Like, for example, the first one could potentially be Douglas Luiz. Getting hot. I told you that Mercato would be crazy. Mercato is starting to be totally crazy. And when I told you that it was not a joke, well, Douglas Luiz is about to become a reality. We already gave you all the details. Weston McKennie plus Ealing Jr., they are there. Just missing a few details, but the value of the player has been done. The value of the other players has been done. They are just looking for details, and Douglas Luiz could become the first announcement in terms of players of Juventus, which is fantastic. I love the player. If you never watch Premier League, if you never watch this season Aston Villa, if you don't know that much the player, trust me on that one. He's a complete midfielder, one that is going in contrast, giving contribution into that defensive style. He's inspiring, he's taking the ball, he's playing vertical, up. That's his philosophy. He's able to score. He's taking the set pieces, corner kick, free kicks, penalty kicks. He's a complete midfielder. Duels, headers, etc. Really fantastic player. I tell you, before the Mercato started, I didn't even believe it was possible. But when I heard the first time that it was a possibility, I said, Mamma mia, go all in. Before all the other ones, that's the player. If you're, for example, comparing with Weston McKennie that did a fantastic season at Juve, well, you see a lot of difference in numbers, especially in forward passes, 36.9 for Douglas Luiz per game, while you have forward passes for Weston McKennie, 9.2. So it's not only because of Weston McKennie, it's also a way of playing, but you see a huge, big difference here, where you have a percentage of forward passes succeeded by 64% from Douglas Luiz, which is really huge, because the forward passes, the vertical one, are the one that you are risking the most. Remember that philosophy, dare to do things. Don't only think at the first easiest thing that you have there. Great. Progressive passes for 54. You have a really big difference there. So Douglas Luiz is really a player that I really want. A new era with Thiago Motta, with Douglas Luiz is about to arrive. A new era that could possibly see a Juventus playing with something that we will probably not have imagined a few weeks ago, but with a 4-2-3-1. Gazzetta dello Sport is telling us Di Gregorio in the goal, Danilo on the right, Cambiaso on the left, Bremer Calafiori in the middle of the defense. Two men in the middle, double pivot, Rabiot, Douglas Luiz. Three men behind Dusan Vlahovic that are Yildiz on the left, Koopmeiners there as a trequartista offensive midfielder. Let's say it's not the number 10 Alabaggio, offensive midfielder. And this time there is no Chiesa anymore. So even Gazzetta dello Sport that a few days ago, they were speaking about Chiesa, they are dropping him out. They are putting Greenwood, Mason Greenwood. Now, every time that we will mention Greenwood here on the channel, I know about it, I am aware about it, it will be controversial. People that really don't want him for what he did in his private life. People that are not caring, they're saying, Beppe, we need to focus on football. Take him. I don't care about his private life. Guys, I care about the private life. Of course, I have my own opinion. Now, we can repeat the story of Greenwood how long we want here on the channel. Can we do something about it ourselves? No. He had his private life. He did a huge, big disaster. I'm not even mistake, but he's guilty of a big, huge thing. He solved it. First trying in front of the court, then decision has been taken away. He solved it privately. He will be punished his entire life. He's not able anymore to play in England. He will never represent the country that he's playing for. He did something that we can't even accept when he was 20. Guys, I'm not here to forgive him. I'm not here to say I don't care or no, I judge him. You know, at a certain moment, you don't have to always have a tranchant opinion about everything. It means no or yes. Sometimes you just can say, okay, guys, I'm not taking a decision in hiring Greenwood. I know the consequences. I know the impact of having a player like that in my team. I am not stupid. I know that it will be whistled in every single stadium. I know the consequences. I know. But if the decision is there, I want to focus on one thing, the thing that I love the most, the field. And that's why I would speak about the possible field of Greenwood at Juventus. Fantastic player. It's you like, you don't like, it is a fantastic player. I'm a big fan of the player, not the person, the player, since even before he started with Manchester United in his first team. Fantastic player. He can do things, guys, in a quick way that are just incredible. He's a fantastic player. Anyway, is there a possibility Manchester United are still going with 50 million euro request with Juventus? They will not even sit at the table for 50 million euro request. But they are convinced, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, that that's a player that waiting a bit, they can even drop. And if they are able to go towards starting discussion at 30 million euro plus bonus, they could possibly do it. They are convinced about it, Juventus. Juventus wants Greenwood, he already gave his green light to Juve, promised himself to Juve, so pay attention, but a lot of sources are saying it can be true. Now, there is something that can change everything. What if, instead of the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, we would play a 4-3-1-2 with the same defense? You can put Danilo or you can put Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo is another story, but Di Gregorio, Di Lorenzo, Bremer, Calafiori, Cambiaso. 4 men that are not changing. Douglas Luiz is the one in front of the defense, but don't think about a role a la Pirlo or it's an evolution of that role. Douglas Luiz. On the left, Rabiot. On the right, Koopmeiners. Behind the two strikers, Yildiz. Who are the two strikers? Dusan Vlahovic on the left. And who's on the right? Zirkzee. You will tell me, Beppe, Zirkzee will be announced by Milan. What are you speaking about? Wait, because Alfredo Pedulari is extremely aware about what is going on Juventus world in this transfer Mercato session. Well, he said there are ongoing meetings with Milan, but Milan is probably exaggerating because they saw nobody else on the player. They were sure about it, and they were starting to ask to decrease the request of the agent for Zirkzee. Paying the close 40 million, yes, but then will we go towards the 10 million that you are requesting? Let's do 3, let's do 4. While Giuntoli, while speaking, because it's the same agent as Douglas Luiz, he asked, is done deal with Milan or, no, not yet, because they are playing a game that is starting to annoy me. We are there. We are there. And Alfredo Pedulai reminded us a story of Tevez that was about to go to Milan with the agent of Tevez that was the same as the one of Douglas Luiz, the same as the one of Zirkzee that was taking pictures with Galliani. It was a done deal, and we all know how it ended. Tevez at Juventus. Koopmeiners, no, it's not Douglas Luiz or Koopmeiners. Koopmeiners could be there, and Douglas Luiz could be there, and Zirkzee could be there. And you will tell me, Bep, what you're speaking about, it's a bit too much. Now you're probably exaggerating. How can we do it? Well, Juventus, of course, we are speaking about sacrifices. Alexander, we are saving on salary. The winter, we already cashed in 10 million from Genoa. Could be that Genoa is even selling him this summer. I don't know if there is a percentage there on resale. If yes, you never know, huh? Because there are some offers from Premier League, not to Juve now, but to Genoa for the winter. Kaio Jorge, 7.2 million. Ealing Jr., 15 million value could go, or 20 million euro, could go to Aston Villa. With McKennie, 30 or 25 could go there as well. But anyway, you can change and turn the numbers of one or the other. We arrive at the same total, 45. Szczesny, 5 million euro, saving a lot of salary. Chiesa, there are a lot of teams on him. 40 million euro is what Juventus is requesting. Huijsen, 30 million euro. Moise Kean, 20 million euro. Kostic, 10 million euro. Matthias Soulé, 40 million euro, where Juventus is going with more than 200 million cashing in. And that's why Juventus is trying a loan from Di Gregorio. This player on fantastic, beautiful deals and conditions like Douglas Luiz. Koopmeiners, at the moment, Atalanta is not pushing. It's not changing mind. Even if there was that injury and he will not play Euro, they are not changing their mind. That's why they're saying, you know what, we are there, but at a certain moment, you are exaggerating too much. We have other options. So we want him. It's still a priority. We can spend money, but don't exaggerate in your request. And one that we spoke yesterday and also confirmed by Luca Marchetti from Sky, pay attention to Dusan Vlahovic. If you go back to the video I made 2-3 days ago about Chiesa and Rabiot, the financial state of request, who are we paying more? Well, Dusan Vlahovic has a really, really, really big salary and has a big impact on the financial books. That's why he's not on the market, but if there is a big offer that arrives, Juventus will think twice. They will think twice. But that's something that we will speak later. Guy, I hope you enjoyed that mini video. No, it's a long video, but without edit. We see ourselves later if Motta is not announced. Big live marathon, Motta marathon. Grazie, forza, Juve. Ciao, see you later.